Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I'm going to be talking about Dungeons & Dragons 6th Edition and Burn Down Service. Alright, so Burn Down Service is specifically a term that I am applying to something I've recently seen in quite a few pieces of art that I've been partaking and experiencing. The first one is Voltron Legendary Defender, 7th season. There is spoilers in this for Voltron Season 7. Alright? The Paladin Shiro, who is the Paladin for the Black Lion, was shown in Season 7 to have a degenerative disease. A disease where he was currently able to serve in the military, in the Earth's military galactic force, right? And he was also able to serve on the Voltron team, right? But it was shown that he had a degenerative disease, right? And that over the next 5 to 7, I think it was 3 to 5 years, he would essentially die. But it would take that, but he'd be okay and he could push through and do service until then. But by pushing through and serving both the Earth military and the Voltron force, he was essentially he was burning the candle, right? The wick was melting away the wax faster because he had this degenerative disease, right? And so Shiro was like, okay, I have this degenerative disease, but I really want to serve the both on the Voltron force and the Earth military, right? I want to use up my life in service for these organizations and for these causes that I care about, right? Okay, so you see burn down service there. He's saying, I want to serve and just burn up my life serving, right? It doesn't matter to me that I'm in pain. I want to use every bit of time I have left to serve these organizations. Now, a lot of times characters will do this in secret, right? But in both of these circumstances, in these pieces of art that I'm going to be talking about, it was public. Everybody knew, right? And a lot of people were like, whoa, man, that's not cool. Like, you shouldn't really use up your life. You should be resting in a bed. And they're like, Shiro was like, I don't want to rest. I want to do something. What's the point of being healthy if you can't do anything? So that's what he was saying. All right. Also, now Voltron Legendary Defender. It's a Netflix original. It's a U.S. animated television show. Let's talk about Star Wars Bloodlines. Star Wars Bloodlines is a Star Wars novel written by Claudia Gray. It came out from Del Rey in the year 2016. There is a character, and the book is about the political struggles between the centrists and the populists. Okay, and you have Princess Leia is the General Leia is the primary focus of that book. She is served by directly on her political staff is a woman by the name of Greer Sonell, right? She has a blood disease which is doing the same thing, killing her within a period of about 18 to 24 months, right? And she was hiding this from Princess Leia, but then when Princess Leia found out, she's like, I want to serve you. I want to use my life energy to serve you, and I don't care if it kills me, right? So these are two examples of burn down service. It made both of these stories much more dramatic and much better, right? So what I'm saying is burn down service should be in Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition, right? So basically right now, we have a mechanical way to say your body is breaking down over the next 60 seconds as you are being cut by short swords, right? And taking arrows. We have incredibly detailed systems that show the breakdown of the body in combat. What we don't have is complex systems that show the breakdown of body over time, especially for diseases, right? We just don't have this in Dungeons & Dragons. So why do we need this in Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition? Well, there's a very specific reason, and that is the ability to tell stories, right? So, actually, I forgot one thing here. So, basically, also, So the way I'm proposing this should be put into 6th edition is there should be no issue of balance. Like, you should just say, okay, my character has this degenerative disease, or this thing's going to kill him over a long, slow period of time. And then essentially, you're going to be unreliable at particular times. And I'm saying you do not get a benefit to outweigh that, right? It's just a real risk for a real story. Sacrifice drives stories, right? So you have all this going on, and I think that's a compelling, cool way to do it, right? So why do we need this? Well, basically, Dungeons and Dragons, in my opinion, is a powerful. It's an element of Americana, right? And it allows us to tell stories that, while they're happening in a fantasy world, they let us deal with some of the issues we're dealing with in real life. Dungeons and Dragons campaigns act as containers for us to tell analogous stories for what's happening in American politics, American culture, and American society, right? Well, what's happening in American culture, politics, and society? Well, when it comes to life and how life is used, there's some really serious issues that are being talked about in American politics over the last few years, right? 1973, we had a specific law that was brought out. A lot of people said, my body, my choice, right? That principle went along with that law, right? That was in 1973. 1999, Dr. Kevorkian went to prison for doing an assisted suicide in the heartland, right, of America. And he was saying, I think that people should choose when they get to die, right? Year 2015, Lin-Manuel Miranda does a musical called Hamilton. Hamilton is all about Alexander Burr and Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton and Burr. And I don't remember Burr's first name. So Hamilton and Burr. And what do? They duel each other, right? So, but if you look, and then when America started looking at this very specific, very interesting musical that had a whole bunch of duels in it, we're thinking, wait, in 1973 we established My Body, My Choice. In 1999, a long time ago, we were talking about people choosing when they get to die. Why aren't we allowed to duel anymore? Right? So this idea of using your life and spending your life the way you want to spend your life is all over American politics, American culture, and American society, right? So Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition needs mechanics that will allow us to tell these analogous stories, right? And so that's why I think Burn Down Service should be in Dungeons & Dragons 6th edition. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.